quickly? Vinay or Prema or
Yeah,
Harshit?
Yeah, sure. So good morning, Krishna. Good morning. Good morning. So yesterday it was basically an introduction class. So
Hmm.
we discussed about SAP, what is SAP, what is ERP, and what is FI and what is CO, and different modules present in SAP, and why FI is used and why CO is used.
Correct. Okay. Uh, why FI is used? What is FI? All about Prema.
It is a external report.
Okay.
It is used to know the financial position of the company.
Okay. If you don't mind, what are the external reports? Can you name them?
P&L account, balance sheet.
Okay. Okay. What is about internal reporting and what does CO module do, Arshad?
internal internal reporting we will use for internal purpose only, and that will be covered under CO.
Okay.
Uh,
That's all.
mm.
Okay. Hmm. Okay. So FICO modules are named as one thing, right? We call them as one module. Let's say there is a technical and there is one more term, right? For a modules. What was that name, Vinay? We have a two names, right? One is a technical modules.
Management account.
One is functional.
The other one is functional modules, right?
Mm.
We have functional modules including FICO. We have other functional modules also.
Yeah.
What is the meaning of functional modules? Why do we call them as a functional modules? Anyone can tell.
Functional modules, those we will be using our day-to-day business functions, or like bookkeeping, everything it will cover.
Okay. Function is function is kind of a syllabus or a core subject, right? It is nowhere connected to your ERP application. Be it any ERP application, you have these functions, right? Be it SAP application, be it a Oracle, anything, right? That is what functional modules. We have not discussed the technical modules. We will discuss. Okay. So we have today Subhashri. Hi Subhashri. Can you hear us?
Yeah, hi. Good morning.
Good morning. So if you can give us little introduction like your education qualification and okay experience if you have any.
Hmm. Yeah, myself, Subhashri. I am pursuing still CA final. I completed Group 2 recently, only I rated Group 1.
Very good.
And I was working in Consero.
Okay.
I'll complete 2 years on Jan.
Okay. So Kanzaro, is it in Bangalore or is it in
Yeah,
Hyderabad? It's in Bangalore, right?
it's in Bangalore but work from home.
I know. I have some colleagues.
Oh,
Okay. Okay.
okay.
Okay. That is very good. Uh, so let's continue. There was only one class we have covered yesterday.
Okay.
That video link I'll share you, and maybe you can have a look today. It's all about overview. Whatever you're seeing in the screen, we just discussed it. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So now coming to the other thing. Yesterday I've asked for you guys to understand what is SAP ECC and what is SAP S4 HANA. Who want to go first and tell me? Be it a 2 lines, 3 lines, that is fine. No worry.
ECC means ERP central component.
Hmm.
It doesn't has own database. It use other database.
Okay. Hmm.
S4HANA means SAP business suite for HANA.
Hmm.
Mm, HANA means high performance analytic appliance.
Okay.
It is run only on HANA database.
Okay. So, any other answers?
ECC is like old version R1 or R3,
Mhm.
and HANA is like fourth generation, latest version. And in ECC, normally, like, we have, if you want to refresh any queries, if you want to get any data, we will not get real time. There we need to do some roll and load and all. Then only it will impact it to books of accounts. And in HANA it is real time. In under AO it will be, we can refresh the queries and get the data on real time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Good.
And GL accounts also, in or like earlier we have group account, normal GL account and group accounts. In HANA we have one account. There is no group accounts on
That is wrong.
wrong.
Okay.
It is a in-memory database, like
Correct.
HANA.
Correct. Vinay, did you get any points?
Yeah,
The total
whatever
is covered, huh?
Johan. So yeah,
Okay. No worries. Okay. So, you guys should understand when the SAP was started and how was it started. Maybe, as I told you, right, nowadays nobody is going to ask you history, but at least you should know what is the application you are working. You have to understand how it has started and how it has grown. So, can somebody tell me when was it SAP started? What was the year?
1972.
1972. It's a German company, right? Yes or no?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Initially it was started with five people. Okay, five people. So initially it was something analysis, system analysis product, something they named it, and later they changed into SAP as a system applications in data processing. That is how they started. But in 1972 they started, but immediately ఎవరన్నా మార్కెట్లో ఏదైనా కొత్త ప్రోడక్ట్ని లాంచ్ చేస్తే విల్ దే గెట్ సక్సీడ్ ఇమీడియట్లీ అవుతారా?
No.
No, right? So initially they started with R1 system. Every software application will have one name. Let's say if you talk about Android, in Android there are many versions. Initially they have one like a Snapdragon, something like that. They have versions. In any software applications also they have the versions. Initially it was R1 system. So R1 system they introduced it in the market, but it didn't go well. It did not go well. So, what could be the reason? Let's say if I'm coming and I'm reaching you, hey, this is my ERP application. Can you buy it for your business? If I tell you, what are the questions you ask and what are the parameters you check in my application? How good it is, and what if it is a ERP application, what all the other departments I have. For all the departments, your ERP application fulfills my requirement or not, how you manage the data, is it a secure data, so how better performance wise, how fast your application works, everything we ask, right? Based on a feedback, and we say, hey, no, this is, and finally we ask a budget also. So after asking everything, if the application did not have the qualified points for the requirement, business will not buy it. But they'll give you a feedback why they are not buying it. Okay. Likewise, they struggled a lot, and initially they released R1, then R2. Finally, R3 version they have introduced in 1993. Almost how many years? They have started in 1972, but R1 and then R3. So between they have R2 also. It didn't also success well, but finally R3, with the R3 version they see the success. It has happened in 1993. How many years passed in between? 72 to 93?
21.
21 years, right? 21 years they struggled literally. They didn't have the success, but still they were on their application. Finally, they released a product R3. So if I ask somebody, tell me what is the stands for R? What is stands for R?
Real time data. Real time data
Real time data processing, right?
processing.
What is the meaning of three
Three
tires, right?
tier.
Tires. Three
Yes.
tires. What are the three tires? What are the three tires?
Presentation, application, and database.
Hmm. Application, application, nothing but a presentation, then application, server, then client. So application, uh, application server, and you call it as database. Any application need a database, right? So first of all, when they introduced R1, they explained this is just a software application. Then all the companies asked, good, we process a lot of data. How you store the data? They don't have answer. Okay. So in the software, so any software application, they should have a landscape. Landscape in a sense, they should have some kind of development system, quality system, and a production system. They asked the question, no, that is not available. Then they spent 21 years. Finally, in R3, they separated application. Application is a separate, and they have a database, and they have a client. Client also differentiates your application. So these three things are anyway technical things. These are not related to our functional thing, but anyway better to understand as much as possible. So why you need to understand is you should understand the IT system landscape. In IT, the landscape, how it will works, and in which time and which application we work. The things we should understand. So this is how in R3 they see the success and they became number one in the market in terms of ERP. But everything is going fine. They have a R3. In R3 also they keep on do a research and development and they bring new solutions into the applications. Yes or no? They succeeded in 1993. After 1993, will they still do R&D and they bring a new functionalities in the application or they'll relax? Tell me.
They bring new functionalities.
They'll do new functionalities and they call it as releases. What are they? Releases. Different releases in my application. So likewise in SAP ECC, what was the last release? If you guys remember, last release.
2005.
Okay. Any other answers? Okay. So SAP ECC 6.0, this version, this release was happened in 2006. When SAP introduced SAP ECC 6.0 in 2006, it was introduced. For this ECC 6.0, the latest EHP, we call it as EHP. What is the meaning of EHP? It's all about releases and product. That's all. What is the EHP? Terminology, at least try to understand. EHP,
Enhanced package.
enhancement package. So latest EHP 8 was introduced in year 2016. 2016 Before they have EHP 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 was the last, and then they stopped. Then they stopped R&D and SAP ECC. So currently there are many topmost customers are using SAP ECC product, which was the first product of SAP, okay, from 1993. So then SAP said, okay, boss, this is the last release. After that, there are no further research and development. We are not bringing any new solutions. What are the solutions we so far delivered? That's all. Then SAP said our ECC product, SAP ECC product support will end by, initially they said 2025. Okay. Later they have extended it to 2027. Now the deadline was 2027. What is mean by deadline? Why I'm calling it as deadline? I'll explain you. So SAP said product support till 2025. Now it's 2027. Maybe we are thinking maybe SAP extend 2 more years. Maybe it will go 2029. But officially not confirmed yet. So what does it mean by support? If you know, you spent millions of money in SAP ECC application and you were using for your business. Okay. So all of a sudden, SAP said there is no research and development on SAP ECC product, and the product support will be end by 27. What does it mean is you are using SAP product, okay? You are running your business in your organization, maybe from a third party IT services, you have a SAP application support like FICO consultants, consultants, above consultant, and basis consultants you have. My business is up and running. Due to some reason, all of a sudden, my business has halted. Halted in the sense, there was some critical issue happened in my application. None of my IT colleagues, let's say my technical team, could not able to find the reason and fix the problem. The system is completely shut down. Okay, then everybody is up their hands. Nobody is able to fix the issue. There can be chances. During that time, as a client, I should go back to the product owner of a no, SAP product owner, which is nothing but SAP. I'll ask, hey, I am currently facing this kind of issue. Can you please fix this issue? I'll pay you. They'll charge too much money. Hourly they'll charge. They'll assign a dedicated no people and they'll charge it. That is fine. But my business has to resume and it has to up and running. That's support I am talking. SAP said after 27, if you still want to use SAP ECC, you can use it. I don't have any problem. But I'll not support. Because I'm not investing any time on it and I'll not support it. Take a call. Before that, you have to take a call. What call they have to take? They have told starting from which year SAP S4 HANA in the market?
2015.
Correct. Starting from 2015, they have released SAP S4 HANA in the market. SAP S4 HANA introduced. So, in the market, 2015 SAP S4 HANA came into a game. So, but the actual research and development SAP would have started before only, right? If you have a product ready by 2015 means the hard work and the investment has done before only, right? It's a normal thing. When they have started research and development, 2010 onwards, they started spending money on R&D on S4 HANA. After 5 years, they are ready with the product. They named it as SAP S4 HANA and they introduced it. Now, before we discuss about S4 HANA, let's talk about what happened to SAP ECC. Anyway, it's a success product. Many organizations are using. Why SAP has taken this decision? They want to go with the upgraded version S4 HANA. Why they have stopped it? Anybody knows? Already Prema told something in the beginning, but you have to correlate it.
In SAP ECC,
Yeah.
they use other database like
Hmm.
Oracle.
Hmm.
But as for HANA, they have own database, HANA database.
Okay. Is that correct? If you read anybody, that is
Yeah.
correct. That is correct. Okay. Chudo. You just see here, EAP is a central component, just the name, and no own database. This is a big thing in SAP ECC. Let's say how the licensing model in SAP ECC was. Let's say if you name it MRF. MRF is a client want to buy a SAP ECC application. How it used to is they have to buy SAP ECC maybe 6.2, 4.2, 5.2, whatever the release. In each release, they have a functionalities. What are the functionalities fit for the organization? Based on that, they'll select it. If they want to buy SAP ECC license in the past, it used to like they have to select the license and they buy it from SAP SE. This is a registered name of SAP. We call it as SAP SE. So they bought this license maybe it cost 2 million. $2 million, let's say. They bought the license. But with that, it has not done still. So there is a one more layer here, tier, you see, a database, right? Application SAP provides. Okay. But database SAP would not able to manage. You have to buy an application from SAP and again database support. Database support in the market Oracle. Then you have a DB2 Microsoft. I'm writing a few and IBM. These guys are providing a database. Okay, you take let's say Oracle database. Most of the people will buy Oracle or a DB2. You buy it, maybe this is half a million. Okay. Now my total application cost is coming 2.5 million. That is also not the case. 2.5 million, that is fine. But what is the other issue we have here? Do you see any issue? Here MRF has to have agreement with SAP for a product and they have to have agreement with Oracle for the database support. So tell me guys, any other benefit or other issue we have here?
Support and maintenance part.
Hmm. Correct, rightly said because you are a PM, right? You know these things. Managing the support is very big headache, right?
Nothing like that, Krishna.
Ah. So let's say what happens is if they are connecting SAP is to the Oracle, sometimes what happens they both have a synchronized issues. Not all the time, but definitely sometime. So the system will not respond and it processes data very slowly because SAP has to get a call from database Oracle. It has to read the data. It has to report it out or something. There can be delay in the month end. Let's say most of the accountants are regressively work. Okay, so there will be a load in the system. There are many parameters. Okay, during that time, business says, "Hey, system is very slow. What is happening? Can you please help?" They'll ask. So that time, SAP says, "Hey, my product is very good. It is working fine. Maybe database connectivity issue." Now we have to go to the Oracle people and ask, hey, why your database is not processing fast? Can you check your firewalls or something? Then they say, hey, our database is up and running fine. So, to manage logistics wise, if you have to manage, you have to deal with SAP separately, you have to deal with Oracle separately for a database concerns. It's very headache. Okay, it's very big headache, and also in terms of money, also huge. See, they have to pay additionally for a database every month, every year. They have to do AMC renewals, annual maintenance contracts. So there is a lot of headache is involved. Looking at this picture and understanding the reality, few customers in the market, they were not coming to SAP ECC, and they are going for the alternative solutions. Alternative solutions in a sense, other ERP applications where they have their own application and database. For example, Oracle. Oracle Fusion. If you guys know, our competitor is Oracle. Oracle, the version is Fusion. Okay, that is a version. So they are going to the alternatives. Then SAP thought, so because of I don't have my own database, first thing is I am losing my business. The second thing is whatever business I have, I am giving a part of a share to a other database company. Okay. Why can't I have own database and stabilize the system so that I have a more customers, I can increase in a business. Okay, that is only a big thought they thought, and they've started in 2010 starting R&D on new product. By 2015 they are ready with S4 HANA. Okay, they introduced in the market S4 HANA. Now tell me, if you have a new product, new license introduced by you, still you would be able to sell the old product of yours like SAP ECC. You want to sell?
No.
No, right? Why you are not selling? Because you want to obsolete that one, right? You want to obsolete that one. No further developments on this thing. Your full focus on SAP S4 HANA. So that is the reason 2015 onwards in the market, any new customers 2015 onwards, if they are implementing SAP, by default you understand they are implemented as 4 HANA, not a ECC. Got it? Why? If you say in resume you put in 2017 I worked on SAP ECC 6.0 implementation. Is it a right statement or wrong statement?
Wrong.
Is it right statement or wrong statement? Subhashri?
Wrong.
Wrong. Why you are saying wrong? That is wrong.
Already stopped, no?
Hmm.
In 2015, HANA days.
Hmm. They have introduced, right? So it should be HANA only. This is wrong. This is a common mistakes. Whenever we are taking interviews, we commonly check few things. Okay. One of the thing is this one. So here we get to know the candidate is a genuine or a fake candidate. Then the other point I'll tell you, maybe 2019, I was supporting SAP ECC maybe 5.0. Is it a right statement or wrong statement?
Wrong, 6.0.
Okay, you it's a
Supporting, I think it is okay
okay
because already
version.
implementation is there.
Hmm. Okay, the version can be anything. Okay, that is based on a client choice. Maybe the client I'm working, he is in 5.2, maybe
Okay.
4.2. Some big clients also still they are running in 4.2. Okay, it doesn't
But
make any sense.
no, updates will be there in old version, like
Updates
latest
will be
update.
there. Updates will be there, but it's a client call, right? whether they want to have that updates or not. If I don't want to have updates, I'll not update, right?
Okay.
You what it? Whatever version you bought,
Hmm.
if you want to have a latest version, again you have to take a EHP and you have to pay more money to SAP, right?
Okay. My doubt is like usually in Tally or something, if GST there are any changes in the act, only if we like install or update latest version, then only it will be proper. No accounts or books.
That are the packages, EHPs. We have a EHPs, right? Somewhere I've written EHP
Yeah.
packages. So that is functionality wise, yes. In the taxation in all countries, that things will happen. That are a patches. That can be what I can say. They can be enhanced. But you want to have a altogether latest version functionalities, you have to pay money to SAP, right?
Yes.
If I don't want to pay, I'll not be in the latest version. I still run on a old version.
With all
Okay.
updates.
With all latest updates, yes.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, now I'm in 2019. I said in my resume I was working in a SAP ECC support project, which is a 5.0. Is it a right statement or wrong statement?
Right.
Any other answers? You guys have to tell me right or wrong. Nothing. Nothing to worry.
Yeah, we can do support till 27. No.
Hmm. Correct. We can do support till 27. So this is fine. Now, these are the main things. You guys have to remember the dead dates, and that is the reason I'm telling what are the important things you should know. Next thing is coming to S4 HANA. What is the full form of S4? What is mean by S and what is mean by 4? HANA already, I think, Prema told HANA is a SAP owned database, right? Hmm. What is then S4? There is a name for S.
A simple fourth generation business.
Uh, Simplified. Okay. 4 means?
Fourth generation.
Okay. R3 is third generation. S4 HANA is fourth generation. Okay. The big thing is we have a S4 HANA, we have a own database. Own database. That is the main thing you should understand. Now, next question comes to your mind like, okay, I am learning S4 HANA, but still ECC we have till 2027 at the time, right? So after learning SAP S4 HANA, if I get a support project only, you will get. Understand? You will not get the implementation project, right? You might get a support project till 2027. Okay, nobody waits till 2027. Okay, maybe 1 year buffer or 2 years buffer. Organizations will shift from SAP ECC to S4 HANA. They have to change, right? That will happen anyway. But worst to worst case 2027. Okay, if you are learning S4 HANA, would you be able to manage SAP ECC also? Or is there any issue? How do we see it? Tell me. What is the big difference between SAP ECC and S4 HANA?
Only database. No.
Only database.
Interface might be changing.
Okay, you saying interface. What is the meaning of interface and what state? What is our understanding in that area?
Might be like how we look the application.
Okay, okay, that is different. Let's talk about you are rebuilding your application, right? So, your the main intention was yes, database. Yes, I have a database, including my own database. Each function wise, I can bring new things, right? I'm revisiting my application and I'm rebuilding. So while doing it, including my database, why can't I bring new functionalities which are needed for a business? With the thought, maybe a experience in SAP ECC. What are the challenges we have in FI module? What were the challenges in controlling? Likewise, each function they were having some challenges in SAP ECC. Challenges in a sense, customers used to go to SAP and they ask, "Hey, this is your functionality. X functionality is working like this. We want to be have like this. Can you bring it?" SAP says, "Unfortunately, no. This is how our program works." Then they were unhappy. Maybe they were continuing. That kind of they prioritized few problems which were there in SAP ECC, and including database. Let's also fix that problems. Bring a new values into a functional modules with the thought 10 to 15% functionalities also new functionalities have brought 15% new functionalities. Functionalities in S4 HANA. Now tell me in S4 HANA. I am telling new functionality. Whatever the old functionalities are there, they are 85% old functionalities only. Old SAP ECC functionalities. Now tell me, if you learn SAP S4 HANA, are you missing anything?
No, but
No, sir.
Okay. So then, if you learn SAP ECC and if you want to work in S4 HANA, are you missing anything?
Yes,
What are you going to miss?
that 15% new functions.
You guys understood? If you learn SAP
is there any
S4,
change in the path? Like
no, there is no change
totally.
in a path, no
Okay.
path, no change. Okay, only the changes. Let's say in SAP ECC, whatever was there, that 100% syllabus is covered as a 80% syllabus in SAP S4 HANA. Okay. In addition to that, we have 15% additional functionalities, the new way of doing, the new way of doing a work. Few activities will be done little differently. Okay, not as ECC. Maybe you say ECC was boring system. Okay, but that is a main system. Okay, but the screen how it appears, the navigation you asked path, everything looks same. There is no difference. I'll show you maybe in 2 days. After 2 days or 3 days we get into the system. Okay, pathways no issues. That is the reason you are learning S4 HANA, so that if you get a S4 HANA implementation project, you are good to do. If you get S4 HANA support project, you are good to do. If you get SAP ECC projects, you get to do. Okay, there is no issue at all. That is the reason in the market there was a confusion whether I need to learn SAP ECC or S4 HANA. What is the right choice? Now you guys know it, right? Maybe so far you don't know these differences, maybe somebody knows it, but going forward you should have a clarity. Got it? Understood?
Yes.
So any questions, any concerns so far the discussion?
I have one doubt on this. Row number 64, that latest EHP 8 was introduced in
Hmm.
2016,
Correct.
but we have started like 2015 onwards, Hatch for HANA.
Hmm.
Why do we need to do that one, or I did
No,
not
you no
understand that
need to.
one.
You no need to do.
Mm,
So basically, you should understand in SAP ECC what was the latest release and when what was it happened.
mm,
Yes, in 2015 they have started a new product,
mm,
but in ECC they were released in 2016 means they were starting research and development maybe 2014 or 15. They spent some time on ECC for this EHP8, right?
mm,
Anyway, whatever they spend, It was ready by 2016. Let's release the release rate. Got it?
Okay. So we can say that in 2017 we have worked on EHP 8 implementation.
Implementation, no. This is an
Mm,
enhancement. You
okay,
see, it's a
already that
enhance.
one.
Who all are using SAP ECC? When SAP
Okay.
ECC introduced 2006, right?
Mm,
So before 60, there was a 50, there was a 40 based on a
mm,
ES, right? In SAP ECC, the latest release, if somebody asks you in SAP ECC, what was the last release? In
mm,
SAP, we have a ECC 6.0, everybody knows it.
mm,
Okay. And also, we call this system as R3 system. Not only SAP ECC,
mm,
HANA or ECC, we call R3 system. Okay. That is a old
mm.
name that we are following. But in ECC, you should understand and remember 2016 EHP. You should not say EHP 9, right?
No,
You
this
should
is
not
only
say
hand.
EHP 10. That is the reason you should understand what was the last release, right?
Mm, mm, got it.
Any other questions? No,
With ECC, they cannot use HANA warehouse like database.
they can use it. Okay,
Mm.
they're using, this is a good point. They're using SAP ECC till 2026 maybe. So in
Mm.
between, immediately they want to shift. Maybe currently they are using Oracle database. Okay, they're using Oracle database and they reach SAP. Hey, we don't want to continue with Oracle database. They're charging money and the system is not consistent. Can we shift to HANA database immediately? SAP says yes, you can shift your database to HANA, but you don't have like S4 HANA full functionalities. I told you, right? There are 50%, 15% new functionalities have introduced in S4 HANA. That functionalities you could not able to get. Understood?
Yes.
And again, changing a database is not in our scope. If you guys understand, whatever we are discussing here, technically, how it has evaluated as a consultant, as a functional consultant, we should understand. But technically, these things will be done by one consultant. I'll tell you who is that consultant, okay? And business IT people will decide what I need to activate, what I want to continue, right? Any other questions? Okay, I'll take it as no. Now let's continue. Including functional consultants, we have a technical consultants also. SAP runs in which language? SAP knows which language?
ABAP,
What is the language? What is the full form of ABAP?
Advanced Business Applications Programming.
Programming. Very good. Yes, this is important thing you should understand. SAP knows ABAP language only. Okay. So in our project we have a ABAP consultants. That is fine. Everything is in program. So all the functional consultants, they're working on some kind of a requirement. They're configuring in the system. If they get into any program related issues, ABAP consultants will be there to support all the functional consultants. Anyway, in real time, we create a project, there we will discuss more. For now, this is fine. Then there is a role basis consultant. So I've written here as SAP admin. What is the meaning of admin? What is the general meaning of admin? Administration. What is the general meaning? Admin. What admin will do? No. Let's say you're working and you are already working in the organization. Let's say you could not able to access to your emails. Maybe internet is not connecting to your PC. You could not able to connect to your company server. What do you do?
We will raise ticket to them.
It will reach to whom?
System administrator.
System administrator. He'll be a network administrator, maybe a hardware administrator. Administrator will be
Hmm.
there, right?
Hmm.
What he'll take care of? He'll take care of all the hardware things, network things, why it is not connecting, everything he'll fix, then it is up and running, right? If the admin did not do his configuration correctly and if he is not set up the application correctly or the network correctly, it will impact everybody, right? Nothing will work. Agree or not agree?
Yes.
So, to run the SAP application, somebody need to set up that application installation needs to be done. For that application, the database connection needs to be done, right? The network needs to be done. He has to partition, separate servers he has to manage. Let's say all data they'll not save in one place. They'll save the data in different places. Why? Different places in a sense. Maybe they have a server one in a Bangalore, may have a server two in a USA, may they have a server, the third server in Netherlands. They'll put the servers in different places and they'll connect the application. Why? Security reasons, right? There is a term called BCP. What is a BCP? Business continuity plan, right? There are
Yeah.
different terminologies. All of a sudden some flood or something happened and the Bangalore server has gone, but you have a backup in other server, right? Don't say all three are gone, now what to do? That won't happen. If it is happen means if your server also no use. Okay, likewise, first of all, SAP system needs to be configured and it has to be set up with all the required configuration. That part will take care by basis consultant in the organization. This guy should know what is the big difference between SAP ECC and S4 HANA. In SAP ECC, how the implementation, how the servers, these things work. In S4 HANA, how it will work, how I have to do connectivity, databases, everything he has to take care, right? Or then only if this guy gives green signal, then the system is ready and this guy will create for all the users user ID passwords also basis consultant will create. Everything is in his control. If something application wise SAP application is not working, then we have to reach basis consultant. These are the fundamentals, guys. If program is not responding, if you know what to do as a FI consultant, you are performing one activity. You get into the system, you logged into the system, and you are trying to do one activity. It is not working as usual. It is giving some program related error. How the program related error we will see in the system. Definitely, we will get a lot. During that time, your mind should trigger with whom I need to contact and get the help. If it is a program related, then reach to above consultant in your team. You should have that clarity in your mind. Then next day you try to log into a SAP system. SAP system is not allowing. The minute you enter your username and password, it is giving some error. Server could not able to connect, and it is coming out. Then that is a logon issue, application connectivity issue. Then you have to connect to basis consultants. Understood? Understood or not?
Yes.
As a definition wise, then we see a practical in a system. Then we have a PAPO consultants. What does PAPO consultants will do? Have you googled it or have you learned it after the class yesterday? No. This thing you have to improve. whatever I've told in a class, if you have still concerns or a more understanding, you have to spend time and understand yourself, guys. This should be a regular process to you. Okay? PAPO consultants, in a sense, I told you, let's say client MRF bought SAP S4 HANA application. Do you think for his all business needs, he'll only use SAP S4 HANA application? Is it really
No,
possible? Hmm?
no,
Then why no? Others? Any answers? Any other answers?
No.
No? Okay. Vinay, you?
No, I guess.
No? Yes. It's definitely no, and damn sure it's a no only. Okay. You guys think maybe organizations will buy ERP products and they use everything in ERP product only. No. Okay. They use approximately maybe 30 to 40% only from your ERP product, guys. How much? 30 to 40%. Very minimal. Maybe they put the ERP application as a backbone to consolidate your external report or internal report. And all the feeding, all the data processing, they connect third party systems, in a sense, there are a few third party applications, software applications, which are best in creating a quotation and a order. They use that system. They do quotation order part in that third party application. Still that has to connect to SAP system. Data has to be inbound and outbound. SAP has to receive a data and it has to call back. The third party system has to respond. So to connect the third party systems, PAPO consultants are needed. There's somebody told integration. There is an integration, somebody told, right? Integration between SAP system to other systems. Likewise, we have some exchange rate calculation systems. Okay, exchange rate you can maintain in SAP also, but business don't want to use SAP standard thing. They want to have dedicated application outside of SAP. Whatever the rates they fall there, they have to interface into SAP and use the same exchange rates in a business transactions daily, day to day. That is also again an integration. There are a lot like this. Let's say dedicated systems. There are few more processes also that maybe we will discuss when you get into the system. But at least you should understand with the ERP application, none of a customer is going to work 100%. They connect too many systems to SAP system. You remember too many systems. Maybe after posting a invoice, whatever the invoice document, it has to print in a such a way differently. There is a format. Printing I'll don't do in a SAP system. For printing I'll do with third party application. The data will go to there and from there the printing will happen. There are a lot of processes involved. To support that, we need a PAPO consultants. Why I'm telling now there, in implementation project or in a support project, maybe users will come, hey, quotations I'll create and a so and so system. I want to get the data here and appear in a system SAP. Then that time, okay, business will talk to you directly. Business will talk to you directly with the functional consultants only. They'll not talk to above basis or PAPO consultants. Why? Why they'll talk to you only? Any reason? They'll tell you their requirement. You have to understand the requirement. That is your job. Why? It's a function, right? The business is what? Business is a function. So whatever need they have in terms of business, they'll tell to the functional consultant. Functional consultant have to convey the same information to technical consultants. Understood? You will understand more. In a 1 minute, 2 minutes, we cannot discuss this. It takes maybe 2 to 3 hours discussion. But at least for now, you should understand what does it mean by above, what does it mean by basis, what is PA, what is PO. PAPO to integrate SAP with third party software applications. Got it? Remember, I'll ask questions definitely, but better be remember and be prepared all the time. Okay? 1 or 2 times you prepare a notes prepare చేసుకున్నావు if you prepare 1 or 2 times and if you prepare your own notes, you will not forget it, right? It will be in your brain always. So now coming back to the other thing. Okay, there was a lot of money. Clients are invested in SAP ECC and they are running their business. All of a sudden, SAP said 2027 onwards, they'll not support SAP ECC. Then what happens to the existing customers? What they have to do? Will they have to do anything or it's okay? Let the years pass on.
They have to implement this one
Okay.
as for HANA.
Okay. They want to implement S4 HANA or they want to come to SAP S4 HANA. So there are terminologies to come to S4 HANA from SAP ECC to S4 HANA or brand new S4 HANA license you buy. This terminology is again important. You should remember. What are the terminologies? Let's say a customer coming from SAP ECC to S4 HANA. This process, what do we call? There is a terminology.
Migration.
Yeah. Migration, perfect. And for migration, they've given one name, classical name they've given. What is the migration name?
Data migration.
Data migration is, yes, that is again migration.
Conversion,
Conversion is also migration. There is a term. You guys,
replacement,
uh,
replacement,
okay, not replacement. So maybe I'll tell brownfield. Brownfield implementation. Brownfield implementation, if they are talking, or a migration, if they are talking, means already customer is in SAP ECC and you want to come to S4 HANA, right? And he want to say bye to his old database. He come to S4 HANA database and he want to use additional 15% functionalities also. Again, there are many things in SAP in terms of basis consultant. Let's say functionalities wise also we will discuss. Okay, somebody is coming from ECC to S4 HANA, we call it as brownfield. Let's say some client is buying, let's say one client ABC, he is buying new S4 HANA license. Means he didn't have, maybe previously he was using Oracle, he want to come to S4 HANA and he bought S4 HANA license. Then what do we call it as? This is a
Greenfield
brown.
implementation.
Greenfield implementation.
Okay. How come you guys told this correctly? Googled it,
Yes, sir.
Very good. At least that is needed. Okay. You have to Google.
ఐడియా ఉంది మేము ఇంప్లిమెంట్ చేస్తుంటాము.
You know. Then you know. It's a greenfield implementation. Okay. Greenfield means from scratch you have S4 HANA and S4 SAP is new to you. Before you were not using SAP for your business. Other ERP application you are using. This is a brownfield and this is a greenfield. So again in your resume, make sure you have a right terminology and they'll ask this terminology only. Okay, brown field, green field. So comparatively green field, this is complicated. Why it is complicated? We will discuss later. This is straightforward. It's a 1 second. Okay. It is a greenfield implementation. Greenfield is compared to brownfield, it's a easy one. Okay. Why I said easy? We do implementation and we'll understand. Okay. Next thing is in SAP S4HANA, you have a licenses, right? S4HANA licenses. You guys know what are the different licenses we have in S4HANA? Based on the licenses, you will understand there is a differentiation in your work, be it a brownfield, be it a greenfield. What are the licenses? Okay. What I suggest is today, whenever you get a time, you just go to SAP Wikipedia. Okay. Google it. Just Google it and understand about everything. But I'll tell you now what are the different types of licenses you have. You have a public cloud, you have a private cloud. If you guys know already, tell me what is the difference of public cloud and private cloud?
Private cloud is specifically for our organization. If
Mm-hmm.
you take if public cloud means that cloud everyone will use.
Everyone will use. Okay. So what else? Any other answers?
Maybe shared cloud.
Okay, shared cloud. Okay. Let's forget about
Private.
this. What is
mm,
public or a private cloud? In general, what is a cloud? Nowadays, lot we are hearing cloud, right? What is cloud?
Storage database.
Storage database. Okay. What else? Hmm. What else? Any other answers? You guys see there is a AWS. What is the meaning of AWS? They are a cloud providers. What is the meaning of AWS? Have you ever seen?
Amazon Web Services.
Correct. Amazon Web Services. They are a cloud providers.
Cloud.
Yeah. So let's say traditionally the process was like if you want to use any application, any software application, if you want to use it, you have to buy it and you have to use it. That was a old way of working. Let's say nowadays we have a cloud platform. In the cloud platform, you can work in SaaS model. These are all technical things. Once you step into the organization, you will learn a lot, but basics you should remember. Currently, there is a SaaS model. What is the meaningful form of SaaS?
Software as service.
Hmm, correct. See, software as a service. You no need to buy that application. That application will buy and keep in Amazon Web Services. He'll put in a cloud. You just take the subscription. How many days, how many months, how many years you want to use that? You use it as a service. So whatever maintenance, everything will be taken care by Amazon Web Services. There, that is a cloud platform. You just use it. Data security wise, everything will be managed by Amazon Web Services. You just pay it and you use it. That is a model running nowadays. Everything is cloud. You can store your database also in a cloud. You can buy a slot in the cloud and you can connect your applications. You can access through them from anywhere in the world with the internet. That is possible. Now, we are talking about a cloud, and when they are talking about a cloud, they'll show you one cloud picture, and data will be flying in a cloud like that. They appear some pictures. So now again in a cloud, yes, we store a data or we have SaaS models. The SaaS is a best no platform nowadays. Most of the people are going into SaaS model. That kind of software. So we store a data, that is fine. And in a cloud, there are two terminologies like public cloud and private cloud. What is a public cloud and what is a private cloud? This we call it as IoT also. Cloud means. What is the meaning of IoT? If you don't know, that is fine. If you know, it's okay. Nobody is going to ask you in interview what is IoT, what is the cloud, what is the SaaS. Nobody is going to ask you. But at least if you know, as you're coming into IT, that's good. What is IoT?
Internet of Things.
Yes, Internet of Things. If you have an internet, you have anything, whatever possible, you can get it. IoT platform, we have a cloud. That is how it works. Satelliting system, GPS, everything they'll connect. And if somebody is in logistics business, so they want to connect the internet to the all the vehicles and connect the GPS. In the application, you can track with the support of IoT where it is going, how it is moving, everything you look at and work on. That is the Internet of Things. And like you have some functionalities already in the market. In your home, let's say you want to reach in 15 minutes, you can give a command and switch on a AC or switch on a lights. Possible, right? That is already possible if you know. That is happening through internet, IoT, Internet of Things. Now, in the cloud, we have two things, public cloud and private cloud. We will now talk about how SAP is giving a license of public cloud and private cloud. In general, let's talk about what is a public cloud and what is a private cloud. It's mostly a generic meaning of public you have a private. What is meant by public? Shared service, right? What is meant by private? Dedicated service. Let's say public cloud in a sense, if you want to travel to office, you have an option to go by public service. You go on, you board into a state government bus and you can go. That is kind of a public cloud. If you go in a public transport, you can reach your office, that is fine. But in terms of money, you spend less money, right? Yes or no?
Yes.
For the same office, you want to go in your own cab. You want to book a cab, and if you want to go, you will go your office. So you have to pay more money, right? Yes or no? This is to understand. This is a easy example. Likewise, if you want to go Hyderabad from Bangalore, there are ways. If you want to go a public way or you want to go private, whatever it is, ultimately what is resulting, you reach your destination, that is fine. The comfortness you have, the security levels you have, the things are okay anywhere, the manageable. There is no lapse in a security, nothing, everything is managed. Finally you reach your office, but where it is bringing a value to the business, money, in terms of money. If I go a public cloud, what they'll do is there is a premises, office premises. Maybe the premises has 4 floors. Okay, they have a 4 floors. In the 4 floors, in floor one, I'll manage data of one company X. In second floor, I'll maintain the data of Y. In third floor, I'll maintain data of Z. So maybe in the fourth floor, I'll manage company data A. So I have all 4 companies' data in the one premises, Maintenance wise, I can manage with security people. How many security people I have? I can charge the cost to all four organizations. Likewise, to manage my data, I have consultants, let's say network consultants or a cyber security consultants. They take care always. My firewalls are perfect. No hacking, nothing is possible to my data. And backup creation, everything they'll take care. As all four companies, data is in one building, so I can manage with limited resources and in one place. That is easy, so that the organizations can give a less price and they get a benefit and your companies will get benefit. That is how it works. Okay. So few customers will say, hey, no matter what, there is no theft, you said, there is no database, you said, everything is fine, you said, but still I don't want to see my data in other persons, no, be there in a floor. I don't want anybody in that building. You dedicatedly take a building, take a storage, keep my data only, my organization data only. You charge more money, that is fine. I am okay to pay. If the client is telling that kind of thing, then they'll go in private cloud. If you compare to public cloud, private cloud is more money. And these things, you never know it. What has happened in the back end, business has taken, which cloud they want to use, how, what kind of SaaS model they're using, everything will be discussed. Client side they have IT people, and implementation side we have IT people. They will discuss, and finally whatever the outcome will come and the decision is being taken and the application is ready, then as a functional consultants we come into the project, we take the business requirement, we configure it, we test it, and we deliver it. Okay. As a functional consultant in that particular project, the product you are working, be it a S4 HANA, on premise, let's say public cloud or a private cloud, whatever cloud you are working, you should understand, okay, this is a cloud license, this is a private cloud. You have to understand. Based on this differentiation, the way you work will be changed. I'm telling. So far in SAP ECC, be it as 5.0, 6.0, 4.0, any version, the way you work is no difference. Everything is same. But in SAP S4HANA, based on the licenses, the way we work has changed a lot. Has changed a lot, I say. That is the reason you have to learn S4HANA very dedicatedly and very appropriately. So when I am talking about a public cloud, what is meaning of public cloud? What is meaning of private cloud? Anybody know already? I'll give you one example. Okay. Public cloud is, private cloud is, this is cloud. There is no meaning for this. For this, there is alternative on premise. This is on premise, we call it as on premise, and this is cloud. If you say in resume, hey, I worked on S4 HANA, they'll ask, have you worked on cloud implementation or a on premise implementation? They'll ask. These are the licensing models. SAP is selling their product in cloud license or on premise license. If the client is coming and asking SAP, how many types of licenses you have? SAP said, I have two licenses. One is a cloud version, the other one is on-premise version. So again, client will ask, what is the difference between a cloud and on-premise? Then they'll explain it. Based on their need, they'll select it. But I'll give you another hint also. Cloud releases yearly 4. On-premise, yearly 1 release. SAP, every quarter, one cloud release they are doing. In on premise, every year they are doing one release. Just simple. In 2023, we have a 4 quarters. In every quarter, we have one cloud license. Combining all 4 quarters of 2023, you have one on premise release functionality wise. That is how they do, but I'm not discussing it more today. You guys understand in S4 HANA what is a public cloud, what is a private cloud, or what are the cloud licenses, what are the on premise licenses, what is the latest cloud release in the market, what is the on premise release in the market. You just go Google, SAP, Wikipedia, you go, you will get it. You answer me tomorrow. Got it?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
So I just set up initially 1.5 hour, but a buffer. My intention was 1 hour only. I'll not teach more initially. If I teach more, you will not get it. Okay, whatever I spoke, at least you should understand. And yesterday it was only 1 hour. Okay, something we discussed. Today again 1 hour we discussed it. But how your IQ will work tomorrow I'll get to know. I'll ask accumulatedly, right? Consolidated way, I'll ask questions. So whoever prepares daily class notes and they remember every time, maybe 2 minutes, 3 minutes, they refer their notes, they are through. Others will only remember just one day before class, that's all. If you only remember one day before class, that is very danger. Okay, that is very danger. And all of a sudden you cannot prepare your no class notes in one day. Every day, whatever your understanding terminologies you listen, you just write down in a notebook separately. 30 days class notes also. Every day if you're referring 4 or 5 minutes, maybe 10 minutes, you can refer everything and you're through it. It will be there in your IQ because daily you are seeing that notes and that your brain will capture that. Otherwise, it's very difficult to answer you in an interview also, and it creates a lot of problem. Please avoid that. Okay.